I have been invested in this WNBA season, man. I've watched a lot of games. Looking forward to see Camila Cardozo's debut tomorrow against the Indiana Fever. So that's gonna be having her debut first time that the Sky gets to see Caitlin Clark. But my question for you, man, Miss A'ja Wilson, two-time MVP, two-time WNBA champion. She is having a great year. She's averaging 26.2 points per game. She's averaging 13.2 rebounds a game. And just the other night on Wednesday, she had 29 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks against the Minnesota Lynx. Both all this publicity going to, Caitlin Clark, the new rookie class, and even just the love that I feel like Breanna Stewart gets a lot, and just other players in the league. Now, I know that she is the best player in the WNBA, but do you feel that she maybe at this point is a little bit underrated?
I could see why somebody says that, but I wouldn't say underrated. I think she's properly rated. I think it's to the point now where her greatness can't be questioned. So now it's just a matter of how much hardware is she gonna put to her name. So when she walks away, her ranking, is solidified as among the all-time greats. Because you got to understand, back-to-back titles, they're going for a 3-peat, and they have a good chance of getting it. League MVPs, people argued that she should have got the MVP over Stewie. You got AT, who's a walking triple-double up there in Connecticut. So she, there'll always be competition for that. But you're going to look up and she has 3 or 4 WNBA titles, 3 or 4 WNBA league MVPs, finals MVPs. So, she has solidified her space among the greatest to play this game. So now it's just a matter of a lot of people just get tired of seeing the same person.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we always see that. And I think that's one thing that for most of the people who've just been casual to women's sports, you're not really tapped in to that type of shit because you just assume everybody is just old kumbaya and but like they've showed you, like they are competitors and hooping.
What
just
I've
like
learned these
else,
last couple weeks is they hate each other.
Yes, bro. They be in each other's face. They do the same shit niggas do. Like, so I'm glad that people are actually tuning in and seeing, like, okay, no, they just hooping, bro. But I think it's just a matter of with A'ja, the resume speaks for itself and it's only getting longer. So, like, I don't think she can ever be underrated. It's just a matter of we're trying to really quantify it the right way. Because, we love to call somebody to go 3 years into their fucking career. So, just as she continues to go, bro, I think it's one of those things where, again, I think right now her position all time is solidified, but as one of the all-time greats is solidified. But where she will finally rank is what's shuffling right now. So, a lot of people are just hesitant sometimes. And I think, we always got to ignore the idiots, like the people who are just clearly on the other side of the conversation just to be over there. You don't really believe what you're saying. Shit like that don't matter. But nah, I think A'ja is properly rated as, and by all intents and purposes, the best player in the W.
Yeah, I mean, in my short time of watching, and even when I would watch occasionally, I always knew who A'ja Wilson was and just how talented she is and the domination. I mean, she is taking the Aces to be their dynasty. Well, they're on the verge of becoming a dynasty with this, and just everything about that team is they got a good coach, and they're one of the few teams in the WNBA that I feel is like they're a first-class organization. Like Mark Davis really looks out for that team. Mark Davis, they got the best facility in the WNBA. I mean, Tom Brady don't have the team. This nigga actually be showing up. But I think with her, the reason I asked that is because as somebody who's just been watching full time this first month, is, she doesn't, I haven't heard her name as much as I've heard the others. Now, granted, this is a new batch of players, a very stacked rookie class that's going to get a lot of the publicity. But I feel like a lot of stuff's been on the radio, even kind of like the shoe announcement. After one day, I didn't hear about it as much. And maybe that's Nike's fault. Maybe that's the WNBA's fault for not doing that big of a justice with it. And I do want to know when the shoe drops next year. Like I question rollouts with companies sometimes. And not that Nike needs to be questioned, but there's two things. Yesterday, the Nike account tweeted, "Oh, no more basketball for a week." Then they had to delete that tweet because they just completely ignored the WNBA. And then the rollout for A'ja's shoe. And like I've been saying, I know they've been working on it because it don't make no sense to not work on a shoe for A'ja Wilson. You'd have think they had like a mock-up or something value to give the fans, to where it kind of went under the radar a little bit. And then you have the number she put up against Minnesota. It's like, oh, she can hoop like that. So I just felt like this might motivate her right now, might motivate her throughout the rest of the season into the playoffs, where it's kind of like people might have forgotten a little bit just how good she is because of so much of the younger talent getting more to shine right now.
Yeah, and like I think people, like, just to put it in perspective, do you know how fucking good you gotta be to get a statue while you're still playing?
While you're still playing.
Like, she's still hooping, my nigga.
Yeah.
But like, she was the one who helped Coach Staley change that culture at South Carolina and build it into, in my opinion, they're well on their way to being a blue blood program. I forgot the number of national championships you got to win before they consider you a blue blood. But I think South Carolina, as long as Coach Staley is there, is going to compete for national championships. But A'ja Wilson was a big part of building that. And so, like I said, to get a statue while you're still playing and then to be playing and succeeding, like I said, the sky's the limit for A'ja right now. And I think when it's all said and done, she'll be top 5 all time.
Yeah,
just off pure production, because the numbers are going to be crazy when
she's only 27.
Exactly.
That paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna